Oh my god, he's talking like an ex-lover. It's like, I had to build myself up after you broke me down.
All the times that you were inside me. What's next is on you. All right. Voila, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
See, he is
I'm
just
just messing
passive
with you. I'm just
aggressive
messing
as
with you.
fuck. Like, he is petty.
Yeah.
It's like, don't
I had
let
to
the
do this.
calm, sage-wise demeanor fool you. Nah, he's just a jealous ex.
Wow.
All right, gentlemen.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, you're not
The
wrong.
fact that he's going is like, I'm doing what you couldn't. This is all because of you. You know, it's like, just because he found like a younger, shorter version, to replace him.
All right, gentlemen. So now that we finished episode 3, give me your thoughts. Devani, if you like it, continue to dance. Ryan, if you like to go start dancing.
I had to say this is by far out of the Disney Plus series that they have. Now, I'm not talking about Moon Knight solo. I'm talking about all the Marvel series, all the Star Wars series. Episode 3 of this one was really fire.
True. I think so too. I think in this
I
case,
like that we got more lore. It's like we were pretty much taking most things at face value in regards to like Moon Knight and Khonshu and Amit and all that stuff. But now we really got like a little bit more of an idea about like how the Egyptian gods really did their own thing, why they,
Right.
ignored what you calls it, humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like have an eternal sort of thing going on where it's like they just try to stay out.
Yeah. I think in this case, this was definitely the best episode so far of the series, and maybe of all the Disney Plus stuff that's been
In
released.
memory of Gaspard.
There is, yeah,
That's nice.
proper. Yeah, that should have been, and I'm glad it was there. But I think of all of the MCU episodes, I think this easily could be in like the top 3, top 5.
Really? That big?
Because for me, here's the thing. I think the action scenes that started off in the beginning, the dynamic, like I said, of the tonal shift where you go from Steven in charge and Mark bitching at him to the other way around where it's Mark bitching and Steven wanting in. And suddenly Steven wanting to take control back and being a little more aggressive. I like the switch that had happened there. You mentioned the fact that there was the lore involved. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a cliffhanger at this point with what's going on. And at the halfway point, I got to tell you, this is solid. This is a strong series. This was a strong episode and definitely the best of the 3. And I got to tell you, I'm enjoying this much more than I did maybe last week or the week before.
There's definitely a ramp up. Mm-hmm. Like you can see that there's still the natural story progression, the atypical Egyptian adventure thing going on. But for every mystery they solve or for every explanation they give of this or that, they do open up another one. Because now there's the potential third persona in Mark / Steven / Moon Knight / Mr. Knight, whatever that's going to be, or Dead whoever Knight. It's going to be. You can make your assumptions. There's obviously the connection that's probably happening between Steven and Layla. And let's face it, at this point, it's almost a guarantee that Amit will be released. Where things are going. Now it's just a question of what happens once that happens and how much blowback there's going to be.
And
facts.
And in this case, I mean, the question also remains, will someone else from the MCU possibly make an appearance? I would almost hope that it doesn't that they don't at this point. Because I think that would take away from how this ends.
It's the typical Marvel trope. But if it does be somebody that make an appearance, it has to be an awesome appearance for this one.
Like, the one thing I find funny, after every episode, when they run the credits and everything, it says, because you watched Moon Knight, here's the Eternals movie. So one of the possibilities that because of like the history and background of the gods, what if it's one of the Eternals that shows up? To me, that would actually make a lot of sense,
Second
and it would be very smart in order to make sure that people are like, oh yeah, these 10 heroes still exist at this point.
Well,
9 or 8 or however many are left.
Well, if you really pay attention to, if anybody watched the movie Eternals, there is one that remained on Earth because they're no longer an Eternal. They're a human now.
Right. So it would be a question of whether or not Sprite pops up. But, you know, I would also almost wonder, considering they are leaning heavily on like using the Middle Eastern music and everything, is there any potential that this could somehow flow into Ms. Marvel and Kamala Khan? Because we do see her gain like those bands, which could be, in my estimation, the quantum bands from Quasar. But I do wonder whether or not it's going to be something that like comes from this. You know, I don't know. That there's so much potential about where this
series end in Jersey City.
Right. Well, that pretty much.
I don't remember that film.
That's what I'm saying. It leaves so many more mysteries open. There's like nothing that's guaranteed except for the fact that, you know, eventually Mark will get his powers back, Khonshu will be released, and so will Amit. That's the only things you can say are for sure. Anything else is open to speculation.
Fair. So, all right. So, what do you guys grade this thing? A+, A-, C, D, F?
It is, as a former teacher, I will give this A++.
Ooh.
Extra credit.
Okay. Does it get like a little smiley face too, like a little happy stamp?
Matter of fact, it will have a happy face and I'm
surprised you didn't say a gold star, considering all the star stuff in this episode.
Happy face and a gold star. Matter of fact, a happy face with a gold star with the eyes.
Ooh. So
okay, now you're just being extra about it.
No. Yeah, I was going over the top. All right, so basically, Devani approves. Ryan, do you give it a happy face? Do you give it a stormy cloud?
Personally, I would give it a B+/A, only because it's kind of putting you in the same realm as other mid-season episodes have done in the past as far as the Marvel shows are concerned. So as far as like leaving it on this very treacherous, so everything's lost sort of cliffhanger, they've done that before. I don't want to say it's par for the course, but I mean, they've certainly gone down that road before in other series. So that's why I want to say it's very good for what it did, but it's not groundbreaking. Like if someone had like died, like if Layla had died, then I would have been like, oh shit, okay, this is blown, this is just everything. Or if maybe they revealed who the third personality was, that would have been another thing. But I think they wanted to be like maybe a little bit respectful to Gaspard and his role and everything, so they really wanted to give that as much time as possible.
And that's where I
give the necessity. They probably would have gone ahead and added a bit more.
And that's why I added the A++, because in honor of the fact that this actor actually performed in a phenomenal job with this particular, and it's an honorable type role for him. So I say A++.
I mean, he definitely had some swagger to him. I'll say that. And I mean, I don't think there's anything that can say that he's going to be coming back into the series for any reason, to be honest. It doesn't seem like there is. So I'm glad that he had his moment to shine.
All right. I go an A- on this. I think the passport scene in the beginning kind of dragged it a little bit, made up ground with the action scene. And like I said, I like the dynamic of the personality shift on it. I can't give it a full out A. I'd like to. I can't do a full A++. You know, with gold star, happy face. Unfortunately, I'm that douchey personality, so I can't do that by nature. I'm sorry. But A- definitely the best of the 3 episodes so far, I think. And I'm more invested in this now than I may have been, like say in episode 1 or even episode 2. So with episodes 4, 5, and 6, we have a lot of questions that are left with this to find out where we go with it. Does it stay in Cairo? Does it end up in, I don't know, Walla Walla, Washington? Who knows at this point?
Will there be sand people?
Oh, yes.
The Sand People.
Yes. Will they be taught how to ride a scooter by Boba Fett?
We'll never know.
I mean, we saw spears. Will people be using staffs?
Yeah, exactly. That's so. And then, yeah, will Cad Bane die like a complete bitch? Or, I'm sorry, lose like a complete bitch. Maybe he's still alive, but...
It's good to know you're not petty.
Nah, not at all.
You're not Arthur Harrow petty, but
Boba Fett.
Oh, wow.
we give it a couple of years. We get you a cane for your birthday. We'll see what happens. But
get off my lawn. So, all right. Anyway, we're going to call it at this point. Thank you as always. I appreciate it. Any final thoughts, guys?
No.
Cool. So,
yeah.
All right. So we'll be back Friday night with What Grinds My Gears at 7 p.m. here on Tales from the Film Set. I will be sitting there and griping about the gigantic bee, my fear of bees and how that's going to be tying into something we're doing for charity, because I think Ryan is more than looking forward to that one right there.
And Davion.
And Dev. And the boss over here basically is going to be talking some shit too. Maybe we'll talk about some of the weird Netflix crap that's going out, because we almost did that on Monday. But we're going to try and half continue that. So, all right, guys. Thanks as always for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you, Darius, for the comments. You're awesome. I'm Scott, Devoni, Ryan. Tales from the Film Set on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and Film Set Tales on Twitter. So, until next time, stay awesome.